And in this video we're going to talk about capturing stones. You know how it happens. When you capture some stones, not only do you get some profit, but you also make sure that your stones are now alive and safe. Unless of course you capture some bulky 4 or bulky 5 shape and then it dies, but even if the stones you capture are in a very good shape, it doesn't really mean that you're going to live for sure. Like for example in this problem right here, which I really like by the way. Black to play. But why don't you try solving this problem yourself first? So white has an obvious weakness here, but white didn't want to defend because white is sure that if black plays this Atari, white can escape and connect. But that was a mistake. Black still plays this Atari. And one more. One more. And another one. White connects. And black now has this shape of 4 stones in a row, which is perfect for white. If white captures these 4, this is definitely going to be a living shape. The string of 4 points in a row is alive. But black is not going to stop here. Black sacrifices 1 more stone, which is now a bent 5 shape, which is still very good. White has to capture. And without the slightest hesitation, black plays right in the middle. And now it becomes obvious that white still has a weakness here. When white tries to make 2 eyes, black can make a beautiful throw in here. And after white captures, the group only has 1 eye and white dies. So white here captured 5 stones in a perfect shape and still couldn't make 2 eyes. And now the question is, what is the largest amount of stones that you can capture that still wouldn't give you 2 eyes? 6? 8? 10? For a very long time, this record belonged to a problem from an old and classic problem collection called Igo Hatsuyoron, where one of the players captured 16 stones and still couldn't make 2 eyes. And this record lasted for nearly 300 years until the year 2009, when a player from Singapore named Tan Yee Fan managed to compose another problem that set a new record. So let's take a look at the problem that he composed. It seems incredible, but these 18 black stones are in Atari right now. And it's black's turn, so black can save them by doing anything. Black can take these 2 stones, or these 2, or these 4, or these 4, anything at all. But if black saves the stones right now, this would be a boring problem, because then white would play in the middle of this, and this white group, however small, will survive. So instead of saving the stones, black plays here. And this is a double Atari, which means that there is not going to be a single eye here. Now white has to capture those 18 stones. And now black has to attack to make sure that this white group won't make 2 eyes. That seems impossible. First, black plays right in the middle, and since there are weaknesses on both sides, this stone cannot be captured. White connects here, and black can cut either way. White connects. Atari. Now, these stones are dead. No eyes here at the bottom. White makes 1 eye in the center. But after this, black makes another beautiful invasion. Right here. If white connects, black simply extends, and these 2 points are mi. If white connects one of them, black will cut the other. White connects here, black will cut and save the 3 stones. And now white is left with only 1 eye, and the entire white group is dead. Here I'd like to say a few more words about that old problem collection that held the record of 16 stones for so long. It's called Igo Hatsuyoron, and it was composed in 1713, in the early 18th century, by the head of one of the 4 major Go schools at the time, Inoue Dosetsu in Seki. And it was designed as a secret training tool for the best students of his school. So it was held secret not only from everyone else and from the other schools, but also from all the other students of the same school who were not strong enough to learn from this. But lucky for us, now, 300 years later, there are no more secrets left. You can easily buy this problem collection or even find the problems online. The book only contains 183 problems, but each and every one of them is a piece of art in its own right, and trying to solve them is like taking a tour around a museum filled with curious and interesting exhibits. And I really suggest that you take a look at those problems, but don't be frustrated if you can't solve, let's say, any of them, because those problems were meant for the strongest players of that time, which means that even today, only the strongest amateur players and professional players can solve them. And even for them, some of the problems in the book won't be very easy. There's this problem, for example, where during an 80-move solution, black will capture many of white's groups in all shapes and sizes, and having captured 75 stones in total, black still won't be able to make two eyes. So on a beautiful sunny day, when you don't need to rush, you can set up one of the problems on the board, think about it, and then take a look at the solution and try to understand it, and enjoy the beauty and the magic of ancient Go. It's time to solve some problems, but first, as always, let's see the solution to the problem from the previous video. This black shape looks just like the one where we made the 10,000-year Ko, but there's one tiny difference. This liberty here, and it's going to play a very important role here. So white attacks in the same way, black plays a hane, and white extends. Now if black plays the same move, this will become the same position, the 10,000-year Ko. But because of that liberty, black has a better move here. Black can play this beautiful Tsuji attachment on the first line. And it looks insane until you start thinking how to respond to it. If you Atari from here, black simply extends, and this becomes Seki. Neither side can take these 2 points. And what about if white tries to Atari from here? In this case, black has another beautiful Tsuji. This sacrifice. White takes the 2 stones. Black takes 1 stone back. And now white needs to somehow escape with these 3. So white tries to connect, but now black can Atari, and white cannot connect anymore. These stones will be captured, and black will live. And all of that thanks to that liberty. If it wasn't there, black wouldn't be able to Atari, and white would capture black first. But right now, black is alive unconditionally with 2 eyes, so this is clearly not the best option for white. And the best option is playing here and making this Seki. And this is the right answer. By the way, you can also watch these lessons on our platform, gomagic.org. Except there, you'll watch them with interactive quizzes right within the lessons and practical exercises right after them. And if you enjoy watching these Go videos and you don't want to miss others like this one, go smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and this is Go Magic.